cross on the way through.
Here she comes from our left.
So look left and behind, and here she is, the wonderful Avro Vulcan XH558, your Vulcan. Bomber yoke in front of the pilots. She was, of course, originally designed to carry the British nuclear deterrent until submarine-launched missiles came along and the Vulcans lost their awesome responsibility of providing a quick reaction alert and instead became tactical, low-level, conventional bombers. So there you are, you get that wonderful delta shape. And there is still in existence a piece of paper dating from 1946 when Roy Chadwick, the man who designed the Lancaster, first. Bomb bay is opening, so if you look underneath the aircraft now, you see that huge bomb bay. That was the bay that carried those 21 1,000-pound bombs. That's about roughly 10 tons of payload. And it was the longest bombing raid in history at the time. It was as far, another man, Dr. Rob Fleming. They got her airborne again. It took till 2007 to get her into the air again, and it was the most complex restoration to flight of a military aircraft there's ever been. Famous Vulcan effect was born when airshow organisers began to discover that if you had a Vulcan at your show, you increased your gate by something like 20%. And to keep her going still costs £2 million a year. There you are, that's the famous Vulcan howl. You can tell your grandchildren, maybe they're here today, that you heard the Vulcan howl. I don't think anybody quite knows why it happens. It's to do with the air intakes and those engines buried deep in the wings and two engines sharing one air intake. But it varies with the weather. You don't always hear it, but we heard it today, the Vulcan howl. So, £2 million a year, that's about £38,500 a week that has to be found, mostly from the There's been a lot of support from the aviation industry and the Civil Aviation Authority, Marshall Aerospace, Rolls-Royce, AD Holdings, BAE Systems, EADS, Goodrich, Judd Power, Kearsley Airways, Meggitt, Messier Doughty, and some amazing contributions from Eddie Forrester of Aerobites and Sir Jack Hayward making outstanding contributions in the thousands of pounds. But mostly, as I say, from the great British people, from you. So please do go and visit the Vulcan Marquee, which is off to the right in front of the American. Perhaps join the club. It's the biggest supporters club in the world for an aeroplane, we think. Get in touch via the website, vulcantotosky.org. Get the Vulcan app for your smartphone with the information. Well, there you've got a second go at the Vulcan hull, and now I see that Martin and Bill are putting the gear down. She's not going to land. Just contribute money from right where you are. Don't lose your place on the front line by sending a text message to the number 770 70070. And in the text message you put VULC 12, Vulc 12, plus one more digit for how much money in pounds you want to contribute. So if you want to contribute £5, send VULC 125 to that number 770 70070. Vulcan to the Sky will get all of that money, and it'll cost you that plus a standard text charge. So here she is, waving goodbye. She's got her wings down, she's not going to land, she'll come up in a minute. And there she goes, your Vulcan. For us here at Duxford. She certainly is, Sean. Lovely to see you as well. Rolling off the